The lady who set the models up with the designer, she had seen me walk in and she thought I was one of the models. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm just here to support, just here to watch. She was like, you should have been here in the show. He was like, we got a show tomorrow, come tomorrow. I was like, I'll be here tomorrow. So.
Hi, I'm Kaylee and welcome to the Creator Spotlight presented by Channel RVA. We're coming here together today because we know that Richmond has an amazing sense of culture, art, and of course, fashion. When I moved down here 10 years ago or more, I was so surprised by all of the influence that arts has had on this city. And being at VCU Arts and the fashion department just got more and more into that. I'm a bit of a onlooker, but I am sitting here today with somebody who really knows about the RVA fashion scene. So here we are with Kwan Smith. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for coming on the podcast. I appreciate
it. Of course, very much. Still like a first time meeting, but your energy from the first time I met you has been amazing. So able to set this up was something that I wanted to do. So
sweet.
Appreciate you for that.
And we met in the parking lot where we're recording at West Broad Studios during our first Friday.
First Friday, yeah.
I think in April when it started to get nice outside.
I actually had a photo shoot going on, so I just had a little free time while we was waiting for the photographer. So I was just like, let me just step out, do a little networking.
You did have an amazing outfit on. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was like very vibrant, and you were very tall.
Thank you. Yeah.
So I was like, whoa, who is this guy? Essence, aura. How tall are you?
I am 6'4", like
okay,
6'4" and a half, like almost 6'5". So.
All right. Well, now that we have your measurements, tell us more about you.
So I'm a fashion model. Been modeling for about 2.5 years now. Just in the span of that, I have worked in New York Fashion Week, Florida Men's Fashion Week. Did a couple pictures for print. I worked in DC Fashion Week as well. So I'm an inspired model right now, continuing to push myself, thriving every day, and just taking it day by day.
That's awesome. So how did you get into modeling?
I have a friend who was into modeling like a year before me, so he was able to get foundated and able to, get a lot more work in. And I just paid attention to a lot of his work, seeing where he was doing traveling, stuff like that. Able to work with major brands. So his name is actually Toys Island. So he's a huge model himself. So yeah, definitely. So he inspired me. I seen he was able to walk for Balenciaga and Vogue.
Wow.
Under an agency. So that inspired me. I've always been told that I'm a little handsome, I'm kind of tall. So they was like, hey, you should always be a model. I always thought about it. I had a sister who also modeled when we was younger. So she helped me in the beginning of that journey as well. So yeah, so I'd like to give a huge shout out to Toys Island for sure for inspiring me to want to become a model, because it's been an amazing journey for sure.
That's very cool that you were like directly inspired. Part of why we wanted to make this podcast too was to kind of show content creators that like made their social more than recreation, kind of became part of their work. And obviously like having a following online and being able to take great pictures is a major piece of kind of getting discovered. Does that happen to you a lot? Like you actually get discovered on social media, or is that more of like another type of networking tool for you?
Okay, I mean, you're able to definitely get scouted out on social media. So I've had a couple people reach out for sure, but I think it's more about getting out there, putting yourself out there, applying for a lot of things, networking, just how I met you. So you definitely got to open your mouth, because I feel like closed mouths don't get fed. So if you're able to have conversations with certain people, you never know who you can meet and what opportunity they can give you or willing to invest. So me being that person, I just did something uncomfortable and just made me comfortable. So just networking just been a huge part of modeling career for me.
Well, I imagine too that like most people, being in front of the camera or doing a whole like walk down a runway, that's kind of that would be very uncomfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel like you kind of have two blends of out of the usual comfort zone with all that.
Yeah, so actually my first time ever walking the runway stage was actually New York Fashion Week. So I applied just randomly for the model experience, and I ended up landing a spot in the show for that. So I didn't have no experience on runway for sure at all. So
Wow.
Yeah,
First time New York Fashion Week.
yeah. And
That's crazy.
Yeah, and they kind of like, it was, I mean, it's something I wanted to do, so I had to put myself in something uncomfortable, but it was very frightening for sure. But it kind of helps with all the bright lights and stuff like that. So I don't really get to see a lot of people in the crowd because the lights, but I still was nervous and scared for sure. Didn't know how to pose, didn't know how to keep my head up so the camera can keep focused and get the perfect picture and stuff like that. Facial expressions, there's a lot that definitely go into it for sure.
So how long have you been doing this then now?
2.5 years.
2.5 years? Okay,
Yeah.
So this is pretty recent then.
Yeah,
That's
very
very
recent,
exciting.
for sure, for sure.
And are you from Richmond?
Yeah, I'm actually from Petersburg, Virginia.
Okay,
but
cool.
Yeah, I have a lot of family located in Richmond, Virginia, so I'm very familiar with the area.
Totally. I mean, Richmond, Petersburg.
Mm-hmm.
Good friends on the map. But that must be like a really big deal for like, your friends and family to see you kind of not just like RVA Fashion Week, not just like over in like our little
Yeah.
pieces of Virginia, but to go on New York Fashion Week is like a world stage kind of in a way,
Yeah, definitely. So I had a lot of people definitely supportive. Definitely enjoy seeing me take the pictures. They enjoy the pictures for sure. They like to see me, especially my close ones, just like to see me inspired by something, So just see me thriving to want to be better for myself and wanting better for myself. So I definitely have a huge support system behind me. That's with my mom's side and also my father's side. So yeah, so they always been there, support me, uplift me for any time I'm feeling down, there to support, buy tickets, anything I got going on. So just having them, I'm overly appreciative of that.
That's sweet. Love that. And,
Definitely.
we all need supportive families and people to cheer us on.
Yeah,
Or
definitely.
even if it might be just kind of a more demure.
Yeah, you never know, man. Shoot, it made me kind of feel like just like a kid, like when you have like a school play or something, and then you don't know if your parents are coming, then you see your parents, and it just makes your whole day. So it's similar.
And you're like strutting when that
yeah,
happens. too.
way more
It's
confident. You stand
a
up
little
tall
bit better
and-
than standing on all of the stands on the stage singing in unison.
Yeah, definitely enjoyable time. So.
And then, so what about like the larger community then? Like how has Richmond, like, or even Petersburg really,
Yeah.
how has like the locality shown up for you? And like, what kind of connections have you made in networking and,
Okay.
especially from going up there,
Yeah.
going up to New York Fashion Week, did you feel like that kind of like was like a catalyst for anything when you came back?
Semi a little bit for sure. Just working in Virginia and then able to, be able to travel to New York just to get that experience is definitely something. If you want to be a model, definitely go out there and get for sure. Able to get that knowledge and everything and intel from that. So me being able to do the fashion shows, talking to all the directors, a lot of camera people too as well. Even the people who come to watch, you never know who you're talking to. So it's definitely a different energy there in New York than it is in Virginia. Because, New York is a city that never sleeps. So there's a lot of stuff ongoing and different type of, just energy and environment you're around. So it's just a lot different from Virginia. But, I appreciate where I'm from because it has built me to where I am today. So I appreciate everyone who has helped me here because it had even led me to being and landing spots in New York. So for sure.
Foundational, So what has your work been like more locally?
More locally, I've done quite a few shows here. I worked with Threaded Men's Fashion Week. I just did a show for RVA Fashion Week as well. I did a couple shows. I worked with an agency called Noel's Angels, so I'm able to do print work with them as well.
Nice.
So able to do a lot of print work with Noel. I did a couple work with a couple photographers locally too. So it's just, just everywhere for real. Just most of my big work come from out of state, but yeah, I definitely do a couple work here locally for sure.
It's nice to like have the roots and stuff like that, and then be able to like go out of state and be like business trip.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like, I'm sure though that you have fun when you go up to the
Oh
city
yeah,
and
for
stuff.
sure. So, but my main focus would definitely be business first, and then if I have time afterwards, is definitely I take the time to enjoy scenery, anything good eats. Definitely.
I bet too, like with working with fashion, like art and lifestyle stuff too, that there is kind of more of it's less like work
Yeah.
type of vibe, you know?
Yeah. definitely have to do something that you enjoy doing. So I enjoy modeling for sure, and I know the type of environments that put me around. So even being able to go do shows in New York, who wouldn't want to be in New York? It's
Yeah.
it's a city. Everything you never know you can run into. I ran into a few celebrities myself, so just able to do that. It's different from Richmond, Virginia, for sure. But
Get a little dazzled and then come back here and then be like grounded again.
yeah, super grounded. That's how I know I separated, and this is home for
Love
sure.
that. So when you were working with like photographers and stuff, like you were saying, like how does a collaboration like that typically happen? It might look a little bit different, but like do they come to you and they're like, you would look great for this?
Yeah.
Or what's the deal?
Okay, so either I have majority of the times they'll reach out to me. Hey, I like your work. If you want, I got a great concept. If you would like to execute it, we can set up something and we can get it done. So definitely more like that. But I have reached out to a couple photographers as well, even friends who also in the business as well as taking pictures. So I definitely hit up a couple photographers, get some work done, and they have reached out to me as well too, for sure.
Feels like it would be like a reciprocal type of thing, you know?
Yeah. So it's more of the ones that's out here really trying to make a name for themselves that really reach out for sure. So I appreciate all of that.
And they're gonna see like, yeah, who's out here actually like doing the thing, you know what I mean? And the fact that like you're grounded and have home here, but then it's also like, but you're kind of like you're reaching and you're hitting different you're hitting different cities and stuff like that. Like that feels like a mover that you want to know.
Yeah, for sure. That definitely draws more attention. So they see a lot of work and people who I work with. So they tend to, hey, man, I see you done these work with these people. Hey, you want to? I wouldn't mind. Want to get some work too. So I was like, of course, let's get some work done. I'm always open to, helping someone else's out because I always needed that to, get where I wanted to go. I wouldn't be where I am today without the help of someone else. So for sure, I'm always open to give that back.
Yeah, no, you pay it forward, and then it's like then you get like new ideas and new connections off of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's always very inspiring. So what are some of the most fun photo shoots or brands that you've worked with, like things that have really inspired you or like crazy stories from a set or a runway? Anything to share there?
Actually, yes. Okay, so when I went to New York, it's a lot of sometimes like day casting. So we'll have a day set out where we'll just go to a bunch of castings and see if we can land the show for either that day or the next day evening. In New York, they have castings the same day during New York Fashion Week, and you could have a show that evening.
Whoa.
So it's definitely possible.
So you have to be like
on it, yeah, and have everything near for sure. So 9 times out of 10, I'm running in all black with a bag, and I'm running to the next casting.
Don't worry about it. Chic.
Yeah, everything, and I land everything. So yeah. So one day I had finished the show. I went to pick up one of my friends from their show, and then it was I was there to watch the show. So I was able to watch the show, and I seen all the designers and everything. I seen it was Tommy Hilfiger, Ralph Lauren, just big designers for sure. So I seen that show, and I seen that they was able to walk in that show, and I was wondering how to get into it with that. But in the mix of that, the lady who I guess who set the models up with the designers, she had seen me walk in, and she thought I was one of the models. So
Almost.
So I was like, yeah, no, I'm just here to support, just here to watch. She was like, you should have been here in the show. He was like, we got a show tomorrow. Come tomorrow. I was like,
okay.
No, okay, I'll be here tomorrow. So I ended up coming the next day. She had her own designer there that she was there to co-design with. So I was able to walk in her brand. But it was another opportunity for me to walk with Calvin Klein. I see Calvin Klein was also another designer set there. It was under a Macy's show. So I was able to get in talks with them, see if they needed any extra models. Because again, I'm a ask if anything, if I could fit. I was like, hey, if you need any extra models, I'm a size large, 32 waist. Just let me know. So, so I did that. It was like, we're going to have an open casting for that. We got one spot left. We're going to have all the models walk in. We're going to let the models who landed the spot vote for the last spot. So I was able to make it for the casting. It was me and 5 other models. And we all got to walk twice solo, got to show our walk, and all the models voted for me to land that final spot to walk for Calvin Klein. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
That must feel real good too, because it's like your peers, but also like there are probably some people who were like, this was their number one goal
yeah,
forever. Whereas you were like, I'm gonna try this and I
yeah.
feel passionate about it.
Literally,
Like, yeah, totally different
literally. Yeah.
walks of life. It's like America's Next Top Model too. And there were some girls on there that were just like stunning and presence. And then there were other girls who was like, I really want it. And you were like, girl, Tyra is telling you just to leave.
Yeah. So it was actually an all men's collection for that one. So it was all a men's collection. I didn't know any other model, so they picked me from off how they just thought how my walk just had a, just had a like a, I don't know like how to
Je ne sais
explain. It
quoi.
just spoke for itself.
Yeah.
So they were just like, I don't know, your walk was just needed. So I feel like they was like, your walk was just perfect. We needed you to walk with us. So they just
That's
voted
awesome.
me. So I was able to walk for Calvin Klein, which is a huge brand that I'm a fan of. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely a
Iconic.
smaller Calvin Klein show, but I'll take the experience for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, yeah, to be around so many other people who have been in different stages of
Yeah,
aspiring to do this kind of work and
Yeah.
being like, yeah, this guy is on it.
that's it was very, I don't know, just an experience that just crazy for me. And the funny part is about that, I went to casting and then landed, but my friend did. So I went to the show to support. But then the person who casted the models seen me and was like, I need you off for the show. But I didn't get it in for the casting. So it was just different that I didn't land the casting, but I still walked in the show.
Yeah,
So it was
no,
just-
like different
I don't
different
know.
ways about going about stuff
Yeah.
too.
Maybe she just needed to see me again just separately instead of with everyone else. I don't know.
True. Right? Kind of have your own moment to stand out.
So
I think there's also like a great lesson in that for like that anybody can apply to anything
Yeah.
is that like you never know what will happen when you show up.
definitely, man.
Just show up and be supportive, just vibe.
Yeah, and believe in yourself,
Do it! Just do it!
Definitely believe yourself. Go in there with your head up high and believe that you can actually do it no matter what environment you're in, and just go in there positive.
Other than that piece of, confidence and like just kind of just manifesting that the world will give you what you need. What would be your advice to somebody who is looking into getting modeling that like what if they don't get the casting and they walk into a room like that? Like what would you tell them other than the confidence piece? Because of course we know that our models have to strut and everything.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like what would be some nitty-gritty advice?
Okay, so my first thing would definitely just try to focus on the mental part for sure. So I would try my best to, just try to shake them out that moment for sure, and just let them know and remind them who they really are and truly are, and just don't let this one thing fault you or think that you can't do anything for sure. So I tend to, remind them who they are and just tell them, just work more on your craft. If they point out something that they think you should work on, just go home and work on that 100 times on yourself until you feel like that you got it back down perfectly. And if you're able to build the confidence back up, go back out there and try it again. You never know what you can do. I done took 100 no's before I landed my first yes. So you definitely got to be able to take all the criticism and everything, be able to hear them out, and then, just take it with a grain of salt, and then, just apply it to yourself and go back out there and try again. So I actually do that a lot for a lot of people for sure.
That's awesome. And honestly, the fact too that like you're asking for no's
Yeah,
is
you have to.
also that's wild. That's amazing to get out of your comfort zone like that. And like that's how you defeat anxiety. Any type of anxiety is just like being prepared that you're going to tell me no, hearing it and not crashing out.
Yeah, you got to know the no's are definitely coming for sure. So it'd just be better just to prepare yourself and just know that they are coming and look for them. So it'd be way more exciting to hear that yes.
For
Feel
sure.
more better.
So looking ahead, what does growth look like for you in the future? Like what do you want your career to look like? Opportunities, like what does that dream manifest as?
Okay, I hope to own my own business for sure for upcoming inspired models in New York City. So I want to be able to own my own business, to able to conduct and direct my own shows as well. So
Very cool.
I'm in the background of doing that now myself. So I don't look to do 100 runway shows. I'm looking to host and direct a lot more. So I'm looking to be more in the background and, directing and, just taking care of everything, being that side of the business for sure.
It's good though sometimes with like when you're building a business, I think, to like be a practitioner of sorts and be like kind of like an employee of something before you just go build the thing, because you're like, oh, I know what this looks like.
Yeah, you got to get the intels of everything. So I was able to, get firsthand New York Fashion Week. I've done all that, so I can carry that on me. It's just like a badge and everything. So I know what to expect, what I'm going out there to look for into other models, and able to use the information that I have gotten to apply it to someone else.
Very cool. We're going to wrap it up here, K1. This has been awesome. But let's do two things. I want you to shout out the people that we should know and like who especially like Richmond fashion. Yeah. I want to know like who are the people to follow that the other people should look at too. Okay. And then tell them where to find you and how we support you and all that you want to do.
Okay, a few shout outs that I have. First, I would shout out my girlfriend, Brittany Ford. I have a close friend, Calvin Wright. I have a couple other models. I'm probably missing a few, but they know it's all love for sure.
No, I put him on the spot, y'all. I put him on the spot. Now you got to comment the video and be like, hey, I'm a model. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Levante, 2_, LE.VANTE. 2_ for sure.
That's your middle name?
Yes,
right?
That's my middle name.
I was just like, you're coming out here and just being like, I am fashion. But I mean, K1 Levante Smith.
Yeah.
Sounds like fashion to me.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much.
Thank you so much for coming on today.
Of course.
We really appreciate
Thank you for bringing me on for sure.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. It's been nice meeting you for sure.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thanks for watching the Creator Spotlight from Channel RVA. Don't just like and subscribe to our channel, check out today's creator online too. And check out channelrva.com for everything Richmond. News, events, weather, restaurants, we've got it all. Thanks for being a part of our community.